Why you still feel alone even when you're surrounded by people? It's tiring, isn't it? Have you ever been in a room surrounded by people who are the same age as you, but you still feel alone? You can't shake that feeling. Why do I still feel alone? You join classes, clubs, you go to networking events, you even get invited out sometimes, right? But somehow, none of it feels real. All the people you talk to, all the interactions you have, all the friends you have, right? None of it actually feels true. And it just feels like everyone's playing some sort of weird, deceptive game with you. Like the people around you aren't even your real people. Like they're sort of in some sort of simulation. Isn't that a weird feeling to have? And yet you have it every day? Maybe your current friends subtly mock you. Maybe they subtly bring you down, okay? They say this thing or that or make this tiny little dig. But it's all crafted in such a careful way so as to not damage their facade. And so they don't appear like the bad person, but you still leave the interaction feeling worse than before. Right? They make you feel worse about yourself in order to make themselves feel better, but it's done in such a clever way that you can't even pick up on it. Maybe you're surrounded by people who don't respect your goals and they make you feel like you need to change yourself. You have to be someone else in order to be around them, and you have to shrink just to fit in. Maybe there's people like that. Maybe you don't even hate these people. That's the thing, because you're a nice person. But the thing is, deep down, these people aren't, because all they care about is themselves. They don't care about lifting you up. And deep down, you know, okay? Deep down, all this time, you have known that these people are probably not your tribe. So let me ask you, are they really your friends? Do they deserve to really be called your friends if they're like that? And maybe you think, right? Maybe you think, oh, but I'm just a nerd, so I don't deserve good friendships. I don't deserve people who genuinely respect me and admire my goals and support me and make me into a better person whilst also being fun. So yeah, I'm too nerdy to have fun, loyal, healthy friendships. But the thing is, you've been brainwashed and conditioned to think that the friendships that you have right now are normal and healthy. In what world? Like, your best friend probably like makes fun of you and makes you feel horrible about yourself. In what world is that healthy? Look at it objectively, okay? So take a step back. Take a step out of all the emotions and look at it objectively for what it is. When you look at your current friends, are they helping you or are they actually sort of backstabbers? Do they have plans and then like not invite you and have like do you think they have a group chat without you? They probably do. And if they tell bad things to you about other people, guess what? They're doing the same about you to other people, right? So I don't think having friends like that is a good way, right? It's pretty obvious. So if you're, a STEM student like me, especially, you're probably told just put yourself out there. Be yourself, smile, hold eye contact, go to more networking events, just talk to more people, right? This generic advice gets thrown around everywhere. And of course it's good. Of course it is, right? But the thing is, imagine you have a car. Right? Let's say this is a car. It's obviously not a car, but imagine it is. And what's the purpose of the car is to get from A to B. But the issue is, what you're trying to do right now is like getting a new paint job on the car, getting new leather, changing the windows to make them tinted, changing out the wheels, right? You're doing all this by working on your social skills and confidence, which is great, right? That is really important. Of course, it's good. But If you don't fix the engine, the car's not going to go anywhere. The same way, if you don't fix the problem at its root, you're going to stay stuck. You're just going to stay where you are if you don't fix the problem at its root. Because you've tried all the above advice that I mentioned, right? It's just not worked though, because it's not fixed the deeper problem that is holding your social life back from being vibrant and fun and genuine and anxiety free. Every time you meet these current friends, you literally have anxiety. Of course, you're not having a happy, vibrant social life because you have the wrong people. See, the thing is, most students, they don't have an issue with forming new friendships. They don't have an issue talking to people, or at least not as much as they think. Of course, everything can be improved. I can still improve it a lot, okay? But that doesn't mean that that's the only issue. The main issue that I see most people have is a community issue, right? They want to improve themselves, but their community holds them back. They want to improve themselves. They want to get into the gym. They want to have a nice physique, right? They want to feel happy and healthy about themselves. But then their friends say, "Oh, that's so weird. No, imagine going to the gym." There's people like that. Maybe you're in a friend circle like that, who make fun of you subtly, carefully. It's in a crafted, specific, smart way that upholds their reputation, but it still lowers your self-perception. And it makes them feel better about themselves because they're insecure. And what happens, okay? You go in a downward spiral, okay? You get worse and worse and worse. You're trying to build a vibrant, fun social life that you want, where you have fun, you have, you achieve your goals because of these people, because they help you and you help them. And you also have so much fun that it's like, it feels like you're on crack. Right? So you're trying to build that social life, but you're doing it by having a few forced connections that don't really have any meaning and they don't matter. Shallow connections aren't going to get you anywhere. So what's the different way? What's the better way to actually go about this, right? You need a life where you have multiple genuine friendship groups that actually lift you up, and they take you on an upward spiral in life where you get better and better, and it just snowballs the momentum. And it's just basically impossible to fail with these people around you. But right now you don't have that. So what's the opposite? What's happening? What do you think? You're going on a downward spiral. You're getting worse and worse and worse because you are the average of the 5 people you spend time with. David Goggins says, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. Staying the same is not a thing. You don't stay the same. You either get better or worse. So in order to get better, to have a better social life, you need better friends. And how do you actually ensure that you have a good social life with better friends? I created something I call the community constellation approach, okay? This is not about making random friends. This is where you go around and you build many, many, many overlapping, trusted communities where you're respected, celebrated, and you finally feel like you belong there. You finally feel, yes, I'm supposed to be here, and I don't have to change myself. I don't have to hide in anxiety. I don't have to do things that I don't want to do. I can finally live authentically to what I want to do and who I want to be. And you actually start to realize that it was all worth it. This is when your social life truly, truly thrives and blooms. Imagine walking onto campus knowing that you've got your gym crew, you've got your band of, I don't know, coders or something. You've got your reading group, and you've also got the bunch of guys you have a deep convo with. Imagine knowing that, okay? And the thing is, all of them, every single one of them, you're welcome there. You can always go to them. You can always phone someone up. And the best part is, you'll leave maybe college or university with like 4 or 5 of these people from these different groups, and they will be your lifetime friends who are like, imagine the net benefit to your life across like decades that you will get from having lifelong friends who you can trust with your life, who you know that they're going to be real with you and they're actually going to do what's best for you. They're going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And that changed everything for me. That sort of friendship changed everything for me. And I have multiple of those circles right now in my life. And it's brilliant. Because once you stop chasing acceptance, chasing validation and acceptance from the wrong kinds of people, guess what happens? Suddenly, you're not anxious at parties anymore. Suddenly, you're not overthinking every single message and every single thing you say. Suddenly, it's okay to stumble over your words, like I just did in this video. And you actually start looking forward to the weekend, because all the hard work that you do, right? All the studying that you do the whole week, it feels good because at the end, after you work hard, you get to go and share your life with these amazing people who you just love, respect, and admire. And the feeling is there from both ways. And it just fills your life with trust, love, connection, and happiness, because these are people who you actually can also have fun with and go to a bunch of cool events with that you actually enjoy, not just some lame like party where you don't even want to be. It's actually stuff you want to do, and they'll leave you laughing until your abs hurt, okay? But they'll also push you to be better. These are the kinds of friends that you must keep in life, and you need a constellation of these different communities that overlap. And that is what I'm building this channel around. Not some just like basic cringy advice on how to be popular as a student. No. Obviously, being popular is good, right? Being popular is important. Having good social skills, confidence, is all important. But like I said, a car cannot go from A to B with a broken engine. So fix the engine first. When you actually lead a life full of loyal and fun communities, guess what? Your life just improves exponentially. You started on that upward spiral, and you go further and further and further until you just can't recognize your life anymore, and it's like in the best way possible. So if that sounds like the kind of social life you want, subscribe and I will teach you everything I know about building those communities, joining them, everything you need to know. But if you want to fast track your progress, top link in the description. I'm building a course and it will come out soon. So with that said, once again, fix the engine first and have a good day.